These little divas don't think they can fly all the way up. So we had to build them a ramp. And the goats think they're starving, which is quite annoying. We're gonna have to find some way to make this ramp better, because obviously you can see right now it broke. One of the goats jumped on it and broke it, and I have to move it each time I open and close their door. But I just thought I'd show it to you guys real quick. The chickens last night I came out here and they were all in the coop, every one of them. Looks like they're fighting a little bit on getting in their door right now. But they were all in last night after dark, and so that's a good sign. They're figuring out to get back up in their coop at night like they're supposed to, even if it is a struggle. So we're just down feeding the goats this morning and doing the chores, and I don't recall what I had told you guys about the changes in the chicken coop. I was just going to show you this little one that we built here. I think I made a summary about it. As far as, you know, I built the first big one. It was way too big, way too flimsy. It failed in less than a week because the goats jumped on it. This one is going to be a little tight. We know that. But I'll show you how it's set up right now. That's interesting. You'd think the chickens ought to do something about that, huh? What is that? It almost looks like fleas, all those little beetles. I feel like they weren't there when I let the chickens out, like the chickens had them under wraps, who knows. But the way we built this one now is we put this big door on the end to be their daily in and out door is the plan, or at least it was for now. And there's also going to be this door here, which we got to put hinges on. We just didn't have any hinges at the time. So this will be a double wide door, and the nest boxes will sit. We're going to do a double stack of boxes. So this coop is 2 foot by 2 foot by 8 foot, which, like I said, is pretty small. But the chickens are only in it to roost overnight. We let them out. We come and lock them up at night. We let them out first thing in the morning. So they're not living in here. It's got an open wire floor, so all the poo falls down below into the straw bedding. We can clean it up really easy. We're not having to get in there and shovel it out. So again, we did not want to have a full-on chicken coop that was a full self-standing structure that had to be shoveled out and cleaned out, worked around. This is simple. This hangs right here on the wall. If you can see back there through the cobwebs and the straw strings. We just did a French cleat system. So yeah, you get your cleat up top there, and then, you know, the hanging cleats on the wall. So we can come in here right now and pick this whole thing up. You know, obviously untie a couple of support wires that we put up here on the rafters to help hold it up so it didn't lean forward. But untie those, and my wife and I can get on either end of this thing, pick it up, move it where we want to. So again, mobile, flexible, it's really nice. So we're going to hinge this door once we get a set of hinges for it. And then there's going to be a stack of nest boxes. We couldn't decide whether the nest boxes should go vertical or horizontal or on the ends or whatever. You know what? Vertical and horizontal. So there'll be, I think I figured 6 nest boxes in here on the end. Basically, you know, gross, a foot by a foot. So we'll do 3 and 3. So they got an upper and lower. And then this whole end down here will be for, you know, maybe a double stack of roost bars. So ultimately, we don't even want the feeder to be in their coop. It's just in there for right now, just because we hadn't really found anywhere else to put it. But, you know, for the most part, they only eat out of that feeder at night when they're in there. Otherwise, they stay out. And shoot, where are they? My kids are out here chasing them around, but they stay out here in the outer run. No, they're just kind of everywhere. We've got them in here getting drinks out of the water bowls, and we've got a couple of them being held hostage. What? What? Yeah. Well, don't rip it off there.
I know, but it's been falling off.
Nah, it's not going to fall off. So we got a couple being held hostage. We got a couple out here foraging around out in the pen with the boy. And the cat, apparently. cat's following Emerson around. Anyway, they go where they want. They do what they want. They go through and clean out all the goat feeders pretty much every day. We try to I feed the goats first. Let the goats get a head start on eating everything they want. The goats tend to leave behind their black hole sunflower seed anyway. So the chickens come back through and clean it up. That's just fine. But what I wanted to mention, the whole point of this video, was the fly load. Okay? The whole point when we originally got chickens, obviously we want to have chickens so we can have our own eggs and have our own meat, yada, yada, yada. But what really drove it to get them when we did, or to start, was the flies. It is now May 8th. So our weather's been plenty warm, very conducive of flies, no problem. And we have very few, if any. I mean, if I look around in here on the ceiling, I'm seeing no flies landed. I see a few flying around, none landed up on the ceiling. This past winter, when we were kidding in here, and you know, we had obviously had all the goats in the closer concentration in here under the lean-to. We had, you know, damp manure bedding all over the place. It was an absolute fly, you know, breeding ground, habitat. You can see some flies are working down here in the chicken poo. But basically the calculated risk was that, you know, okay, so you get the chickens, you technically increase the manure concentration, but the chickens are going to be working through the manure, turning it over and getting the fly larva out of it. And it seems to be working. I mean, you know, the flies were so thick in here during the winter of all times. You would think it'd get cold and it would freeze them out, but it really didn't. You know, we rarely get a hard freeze down here, and when we did get that cold, we had heat lamps in here. So the flies kind of had a way to stay alive all winter, you know, and avoid freezing to death. But still, you would think now that the temperatures are warmer, there's certainly more opportunity, and the conditions haven't gotten any better, really. I mean, the goats aren't pinned in here as much. They go out into the main pen every day, so they're spreading their manure around a little more. We're not having to clean out stalls all the time. So, you know, maybe that's part of it. We did reduce the actual concentration of manure and you know, bedding in here. But at the same time, like I said, we haven't cleaned out this area under the lean-to now in months. So the goats are still dropping plenty in here. The floor is getting higher. You know, you can feel that much going on. But the fly load is non-existent. You know, it's you don't notice it anywhere at all. I mean, we would come down here to milk, you know, and it was like you had to breathe through your teeth. You know, you didn't want to, you breathe through your nose, you snort one up your nose, and that sucked. So you breathe through your teeth, you know, kind of, so you didn't suck them into your throat, you know. So yeah, it seems to be working. I wanted to give you guys that little kind of update. We do have an issue. I don't know why I closed that. A couple of the chickens will find their way back up here at night. If we have a ramp set up, there's a ramp, the goats jumped on it and busted it. If we have a ramp for them, every single one of them will be in here at night. Without a ramp, probably only a quarter to a third of them actually get in the coop. The rest are all out along the panels, perched up on gates and panels. There'll be a whole pile of them that huddle up down here on the floor, which of course is absolute predator bait. So we got to figure out how we're going to build a little midway shelf or something, some sort of ramp that doesn't block that door that the chickens can jump up into happily, that the goats won't also bust off. I think if we get to where this door is hinged and have this door opened up so it's a bigger target, I think more of them will fly up there on their own of the evening. So I think they just get confused on this hole coming out this end, and they can't always find it back. They know they want to be over here somewhere because, like I said, a bunch of them huddle up right down here in this corner. There'll be 8 or 10 of them right here in that corner at night. So they know they want to come back to this area. It's like they just can't remember how to get back up into that particular door. But anyway, things are clicking right along with the chickens going well. Golly, I don't want to get all sentimental and talk about our blessings, but yeah, it's a good life here on the farm, for sure. Good life. Even the boys are all right. You can touch them every now and then. They haven't been peeing on their faces as much lately because we're not in a full-on rut. And it is nice to have friendly boy bucks that aren't like aggressive, nasty boy bucks. So, yeah, okay. Chickens are doing great. Just want to give you guys a little update. If you got a fly problem like we did, I want to get you some chickens.